March the 31st. You're a product of your training. You're a product of your training. Chasing what can't be done is madness, but the base person is unable to do anything else. Marcus Aurelius, Meditations 5.17. You're a product of your training. Chasing what can't be done is madness, but the base person is unable to do anything else. A dog is a metaphor. A dog that is allowed to chase cars will chase cars. A child who is never given any boundaries will become spoiled. An investor without discipline is not an investor. He's a gambler. A mind that isn't in control of itself, that doesn't understand its power to regulate itself, will be worked around by external events and unquestioned impulses. So we're comparing our mind to a dog chasing cars and a child, an undisciplined child. And an investor with no discipline, who lacks discipline. And yeah, that can't be how you'd like to tomorrow to get. It would say, a mind that is in control of itself, that is, yeah, will be worked around. That can't be how we like tomorrow to go. So you must be aware of that. You must put in place training and habits now to replace ignorance and ill discipline. Only then will you begin to behave and act differently. Only then will you stop seeking only then you'll be seeking the impossible, the short-sighted, and the unnecessary. Controlling your mind. Get control of your mind. Spirit will look after itself. Control your mind, the spirit will look after itself. You're in the training. It can't be how you'd like it to go. To be ruled by the environment, to be on the chase. We're on this impossible chase. We've been inherited into these beliefs that the more you chase, the more chance you have. This is the adaptation. This is what we've been adapted into. This belief that the faster we run, the quicker we will get there. But it's nowhere to. It's never get there. We're always looking behind. But that phrase is right. The quicker we run, the faster we get there. but we look up in this we're always looking behind us. We're always looking behind to see how we're doing instead of looking forwards. We believe competing is, and that's competition. We believe that competition is outside of us, versus us versus the world, rather than us versus us. And we forget about our own mind. We forget, we're always looking outside for where our competition is, and how we're always looking outside how we're doing, and based on what we've got, who we're with, where we're living. And that's a base person. That's a dog chasing the cars. Yeah, and we can be dogs chasing cars all day. You can be a child running around. It's like a spoiled child, always chasing after things. But only seeking the impossible. He's getting it. There's nothing to get ahead of. It's like the belief getting ahead. There's no. So to get ahead, it's competition, right? The only thing we can get ahead of is our own desires. Yeah, keeping ahead of our own desires, not being controlled by desires. We're not only that our desires get ahead of us. That's where the emotional discord is. We're not chase. We want in all these things, but we believe is that we're always 10 steps ahead. We always have to keep going and keep going till we eventually get this imaginary illusionary desire. It's always just there in front of us. We're never there in this world, instead of just being here. And so yeah, that's when we have clarity to and control our impulses. We can't want this tomorrow. We can't want, it's not the power of the external being controlled by the external, instead of understanding our own powers, which would be like you're a product of your training. Chasing what can't be done is madness. Chasing what can't, and we believe, oh, if I do this, then I'll be happy. It's like, yeah, changing what can't be done is in madness. So it's understanding your limits, right? It's understanding what you're chasing and why you're chasing it, and giving up that chase. But the base person is unable to do anything else. Thank you, Marcus. We are products of what we're learning and experiencing.